Hi. Hello everybody. Welcome back to another one of my videos. And today I've been unboxing some toys from Target that I found. And these ones I've looked around for a while, and they have eluded my grasp for some time, but I have them in my possession. Don't ask how, don't ask why, just watch the video and be happy. I'm going to be unboxing them, telling you my thoughts about them, and we're going to have just a good time. And if you think it's a bad time, get your sweaty butt out of here. I don't know, I'm just going to start opening crap. Alright, so the first thing, I have two things in here, but they're fairly big things. First thing I got was this thing. And I saw this, and I loved it, because this makes me think about how toys used to be back in the early 2000s, and when I was a kid and stuff. And it was this thing, this cool green symbiote. Here, look, if I flip it around, you can actually see him in there. But here he is, and I just loved the look of this thing. Now, obviously, it's a cheaper, kid's toy, but I saw it, and I love green, and I love Venom, and if you like those things, how could you not want to buy this thing? I mean, look at this. This just screams childhood nostalgia for me, and I love green toys that are clear and transparent. It's transparent, it's green, it's a fun color, it's a cool character, and look at that. I mean, that's just cool, big wingspan. And it made me think of that comic book, that newer Venom one, where he grew wings and flew across to fight that big Venom dragon. But apparently it's called a web splasher. I think you put water in it, and then it will shoot out water like a web. And it's a bit smaller, it's 4 inches. It's part of this Hasbro's Epic Hero series, so it's not like it's not super articulated, but looks like it's got some decent articulation. But I just got, not to be like a collector, but I just wanted it because it just looked so fun. Like, that looks like a toy. I mean, that just looks like a toy. Like, toys nowadays, let me just get this thing open. I'm excited. Toys are just not as toyetic as they once were, and it's a little aggravating that they aren't, because as things have just been getting a lot cheaper. And, it's just kind of annoying to see that toys have been getting super cheap, but to see something cool like this just kind of blew my mind. So let's get the figure out before we get the wings actually out, because the figure here. Now, I do have a problem with this packaging. I don't know why they put the figure, like, it's a small figure, they put it in such huge packaging. Like, what are you trying to hide? Is it low quality? Is it not going to look like what it looks like on the packaging? But anyway, here it is. Oh. So it looks like we got him bent a little bit here. So let's just get him out of his rubber band prison. That was probably the least effective way of doing that. But I mean, look at that. He's got a bendy, like, squishy tongue. Like, that's pretty cool. And then he's got decent articulation. I mean, he's got ball shoulders and ball hips, and then he's got, look at the way that his, like, arm will go, and it will twist, I think. Look at that. So you get some decent articulation out of him for a kid's toy, and for the scale that you're getting him at, that's really not terrible. For some reason, he's got, I can't tell, hold on, yeah. The squares on his hands are black, while the rest of his eye things and his symbol are white, which is a little annoying, but at least they managed to get the symbol to go all the way around to the back, which is nice. They didn't skimp out on that. But it's really cool. I mean, I like that green thing. And he stands pretty well. Like, you don't have to do any finicking around with him for that. So, I mean, that's pretty cool. That's a cool toy. That's a cool action figure. And I just think that looks really, cool. Like, I mean, if I got this as a kid, when I was a kid, I'd be happy with it, to make it be able to fight Spider-Man. And these big wing things. And speaking of the big wing things, let's look at those. Let's get those out of the packaging. Oh, okay, just kind of fell out there. We got a flyer here. I guess this is the instructions. Yeah, looks like it. It's how to insert everything, how to fill it with water. All right, cool. Don't need that. All right, let's start. Can I have this piece? What's this? I'm guessing this is like the base that's gonna fill up with water. So there's that. They even got like a spider. Hold on. They even have a spider on the back part that's gonna go on his back, which is cool. So look, they got this weird, like, don't know what that is, but it's got a spider on the back, and then this weird, I guess this is what the wings are gonna attach to, and it's like a squishier. It's squishy, so that's what's gonna squirt out the water, which is cool. We got a tail of some sort, which looks like it goes in the bottom. I guess you take the tail out to fill it with water. Tail's a little squishy too. Lots of squishy plastic, but so that just goes on the bottom like that. So that's looks weird, but anyway, here are the wings, and those are a little flexible too, so I don't think those are gonna break as easily. So, not that anything's broken yet, but I mean, look at those wings. Those are cool looking. I mean, they're really nicely textured for a kid's toy. Oh, but it looks like they're not gonna. Oh, they don't articulate. That's a little lame. I mean, that looks really cool, but they don't articulate. They don't bend down anyway. That's a little annoying. I mean, that's still cool. I mean, look at how, that's a big wingspan. Like, that's bigger than my hand, so that's really cool. Let's get it on the figure here, and then we'll test out his play feature. Oh my goodness, that's snug. That's pretty snug on there, and that's like, it's got like a hexagonal, so it's not gonna like rotate around while you're playing with it, which is nice. Look at that. That's really cool. That's just kind of cool. Even if without the articulated wings, that's pretty cool. Obviously this works. This looks like more like a man bat, but that's still cool to make that like fly around and fight Spider-Man. That's just really cool, man. I'm glad that's awesome. I'm glad I found that. Cause man, and the articulation is not terrible. I mean, like that's a cool. I wish they made that in bigger scales, like a bigger green Venom with big green wings. That's cool. That's a cool toy, and that's a toy. Like, it doesn't have to be super articulate. I mean, I guess as a kid I would have wanted these to come down a bit, but that's cool. Like, they don't really make toys like that anymore. And the other ones in this line looked kind of lame. Like, it was just Spider-Man on a bicycle. The other really only cool one that I saw was like Doc Ock, and he shot water out of his tentacles. He got a big tentacle thing. That's kind of cool. But this is like, that's really cool. That might be my favorite out of all of those. And this light is kind of getting in the way, which is like, it's a huge wingspan. That black doesn't really get in the way. It's kind of is, but not so much. I'm gonna fill them up with water, and then we'll see what this play feature is gonna be like. I'm just gonna get this out. All right, be right back. All right, so I got it filled, and it was a little messy to fill up because I kind of had to squeeze it a little bit to fill it. So I think you can tell there's water in there. And let me just try. Let me squirt it at my hand. Oh, there it goes. It already just started going. Let's do it onto this paper. Wow, you can't really see it that well, but that's kind of cool. You know, you get a cool play feature as well as something that looks really cool and would be cool to have on a shelf or something. That's pretty cool. I mean, that's cool. It looks like webs. You know, it's all right. It's, you know, for the money you get, you're paying for it. It's not bad, and that's pretty cool. So I think that's really fun. I've said cool so many times about this thing. We're only on the first thing here, so first out of 2, but that's not a bad start, and that's really cool. So that's the last time I'm gonna say cool about that thing. All right, so let me move all this trash. Next up, we got a big one. Oh, this one I've been looking for a while is this McFarlane Jim Lee inspired Batman. And I thought it was cool. It was nice, classic blue and gray Batman. You cannot see that. Focus, you piece of poop. Focus. There it goes. So as you can see here, you got this cool-looking Jim Lee Batman. And I only have really one problem with this, in that blue color. Now, they're advertising it as this thing. And look at that artwork. That's cool. And the sculpt is super accurate with the suit and all the details on it, the gauntlets. But that blue is just too bright for the blue that's being advertised on the back. So if you maybe didn't put the artwork and this was just a Batman, then maybe I wouldn't really care that much. But you even put the artwork on the back and it's still so bright, and that seems a little weird. Another thing that's weird, this is a DC Direct figure, and I thought DC Direct kind of like petered out, like they stopped making DC Direct figures after a while. Like, I don't even know. I guess McFarlane is continuing that, but apart from that, you get, and these are like what? These are the gold label like DC Direct ones. These are, the normal McFarlane figures around 20 bucks, 23, 22. These are about $3 more than that, and that's not bad to get some extra hands and some extra accessories. Oh, that fell out. But like, why do we have to pay an extra $3 for something that Marvel Legends includes in their figures, with their figures, without you having to pay an extra amount of money? It just seems a little strange, but nonetheless, it's a cool figure. It's a nice classic black and blue and gray Batman. It's really accurate to the sculpt apart, to the thing that they're advertising, apart from just that blue color. Another thing I'm noticing, this black and gold belt, it's fine, but I would have rather had it be gold because on the back, I know it's black, but I think that's just shading. I think that's just shading, McFarlane. I don't think that literally has to be black. So I don't know, I've never read the comic that this came from, but it looks cool. I'm gonna get it out of the package and then we will see how well its articulation works, and I'm just excited to get it out, so let me just get it out. Alright, so here's what the figure comes with apart from what we saw with the accessories. You get 2 trading cards, well one's one trading card and one little McFarlane digital thing that allows you to, I guess, see the figure in some digital app. I don't know what that is. That seems strange, but you get this cool little trading card. It's nice. It gives you some info on this. Shows the close-up of the figure's face, which is fine. That's whatever. You get a stand, which, as we all know, McFarlane stands are not the best. They're kind of just discs. And then here's the other accessories that we get apart from the Batman. We get this nice Bruce Wayne head sculpt, which is, that's cool that they gave us that, but I don't really know how accurate that is to what it looked like in the comics. I have not read this comic, as I already said. It's all right. I mean, it's well painted and sculpted and stuff, so it's nice. And then we have this gold grappling gun, which I think could have used a little bit more paint apart from just the gold coat, but at least we can recreate this cover on the back here. But yeah, it's cool. Then we get 2 hands. We get one, I guess, batarang throwing hand or one slapping hand, whatever you want to say that is. And then we get one grabbing hand, and then he comes with 2 closed hands on his figure. Here's the grabbing hand for that grapple hook and that batarang. He comes with, speaking of the batarang, one golden batarang. So that's cool. And I'm going to get the actual figure out so we can look at him and see how he looks. Alright, so here's the figure. And it's nice. It articulates pretty well. It's got a lot of good articulation and stuff. It's not like weird looking in any areas. But as you can see, I'm already running into a problem. The grabbing hand is not on the, I guess it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be on any specifically right one. But if I wanted to remake the cover, I can't, because I can't do it very well because the grabbing hand they gave goes for this arm and not for this one. So now the grappling hook is kind of just being held awkwardly by Batman. So that's fine. I mean, that's not something you can that's not something I can't Photoshop around, but it's cool, and the stand helped get the pose right. The cape is not it's not terrible. It's really nicely sculpted, and it's this nice flexible rubber, so you can if you wanted to get Batman into some different poses, the cape's not going to get in the way because it's nice and flexible. And that allows me to get his arms up without them getting blocked by the cape, which is nice that they're making the more rubbery capes now, which I think works a little bit better, but sometimes I kind of want that cloth, the look of the cloth cape works a little bit better, and I kind of wish this one had those cool wired capes they were doing for some of the figures, but it's cool. Probably gonna use some paint wash on these little lines to make them a little bit more visible. The face sculpt is a little inaccurate, but it's fine. It's still Batman, and it still looks really cool. And I'm gonna take this hand off because it kind of looks stupid. I don't want him having a wrong hand. But the hands they give are really nice. They fit the weapons well. And I'm turning on a fan here, sorry if that's a little loud. But yeah, it looks nice. It's not a bad figure. It's got a lot of accurate details, especially these little knee pads here. Those look fairly accurate to what is on here, especially these gauntlets. The gauntlets are really nice. They're really cool and techy looking. I like how the rest of his gray parts of his suit are all sleek and smooth, and then the blue parts are more armory looking, which is nice. And they didn't really, I thought they would do something like those, Jim Lee would always draw those weird bottoms of his boots like he would in, you know, Hush, but it kind of just went with a basic boot print there. And you get toe articulation, which is nice. McFarlane's starting to do that a lot more, so if you need to get him to do anything like that. They still got those awkward, like, ball ankles, which I just don't really like. They're nice for motion, but then they have to kind of make some weird changes to the figure that will make them look a little weird. This part here, too, is a little bit awkward for me. I feel like they could have made that blue, even though it wouldn't be very accurate. I mean, it would work. I mean, they already got it really bright blue. But apart from that, it's just a really nice figure, and it's a really nice classic. It's like a very generic Batman, like, you know, classic blue and gray, but it still looks more modern, like those newer all black and gray ones. I'm not seeing any like weird paint things where they kind of went over some parts that they weren't supposed to, and the cape is just really nice looking. I mean, that's a really cool looking cape. He poses really well, and I really like this figure. I mean, a lot of people dump on McFarlane for not really making very good figures, but this one's pretty good. I mean, it's not very comic accurate, but like at the end of the day, it's just a cool Batman figure, and you can get some really cool poses out of him. Use him for action figure photography and get the spattering to some cool positions with that throwing thing. Make it look like he's throwing it. I want to take off this Bruce Wayne head, actually. Oh, look at that. That's weird looking. I want to put on that Bruce Wayne head and take off that Batman one. Yeah, look at that. The head works really nice too. Look at that. That looks pretty good. Except that kind of gets a little weird here as if that's connecting to the skin. But at least we get a Bruce Wayne head at all. And it looks like Bruce Wayne. You know, that's a decent Bruce Wayne head. And you get all these cool extra hands, fists, and you get these cool accessories. Like, that's really cool. And then it says not a toy up here. 14 plus, not a toy. But like, come on, I'm gonna play with this like it's a toy. Like, that's cool. But you know, that's cool. They got those cool double joints that they do in McFarlane. I like those double joints. You can get some really nice crunching going on. And you get that satisfying clicking sound, making you think you broke your figure. Turns out it's just normal. And I really feel like they put a little bit more into where you could do here, so you can get some more cool crouching poses, but you can't really. You kind of just got this basic thing. They fix these legs a little bit, so they go up a lot higher, so that's pretty nice. And if you wanted to do some really cool Batman swinging poses or kicking poses, you can. That's just a really cool figure. I mean, I don't know a lot about action figures. I'm not like one of those crazy collectors who really cares about accuracy, unless it's like a really specific thing, like it's a specific run, like Batman Dark Knight Returns. I'd really want an accurate figure. But with Jim Lee, like, he's drawn so much Batman stuff, like, he kind of draws the same thing every time, so getting something that's different to what he draws is cool. And, you know, that's a cool Batman. I mean, that's really cool. These are both really nice figures. I mean, obviously they don't scale anywhere near each other, but they're really cool, and I like this bright blue color Batman, bright green Venom. And let me actually see, people also get mad about the scaling of figures, like certain characters being taller than another one. Here's this Green Lantern from McFarlane that came in that 2-pack with the Green Lantern Batman. I don't remember his name, Dawnbreaker or whatever. And Green Lantern is a little bit taller, but you know, and these two look really nice together. Like, if you get a full Justice League display, this Green Lantern might be the best Green Lantern they've made, in my opinion. And then getting this cool JLA classic colorful Batman, it's just cool, and I just really like it. And that cape, it's nice and flexible, so you can get it to flush certain ways. But you know, obviously be careful, certain parts may break off. I'm nervous about these spikes breaking off. And I still think though, my favorite Batman figure is still probably going to be this old Mattel movie masterpieces, Batman Begins, because I mean, come on, just the articulation, the movie accuracy of it, you can't beat it. But, you know, it's still cool, and these don't really scale at all. Hello, my son, but, you know. Anyway, thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed watching me open up these really cool toys. I mean, they're both really awesome, and, you know, I just thought it would be fun. So, Please go check out the other videos on my channel. I have a ton of other ones. Well, not a ton, but I have a good amount of other ones for you to watch. Please like and subscribe to this one if you like action figures and other cool stuff. If you'd like me to do a tour, I have a whole bunch of other figures we could go look at on my shelf and in a box right next to my desk. If you'd like me to do that, please let me know in the comments. If you want to see more fun stuff, please go check out my channel page. I have a Discord where you can go and put funny videos. Nobody has done that yet, so you guys gotta hurry up with that. I mean, come on. But yeah, you can go check that out. Put something funny. I'll react to it in the future. If you like this video and think it was worth subscribing, please do subscribe and hit that like button and punch that notification bell in its stupid dumb notification bell face so you can get reminded every time I make a new video. Reminded that you have better things to do with your life, yet you choose to watch my videos. But if you don't think this video is worth subscribing, please go check out my other ones. I do a lot of other stuff. I don't just do action figures. I do video games. I like to draw. And if you really want to see me do something that I haven't done on the channel yet, I will be happy to do it, whether it's painting or, I mean, I know how to paint kind of, so whether it's playing a certain game, doing something funny, I don't know, watching certain videos, talking about stuff, I will do it, for real. I am open to anything that isn't, you know, horrible. But, you know, whatever. Thank you for watching this video. Please go check out the rest of my channel. I'm just going to sit here and play with this for a while because it's just super fun. But if you want to see more videos, again, check out my channel. I think I've said that like, what, 8 times now? I don't know. Goodbye. I'll see you in the next one. I'm going to stop. Oh, my God. Oh!